Venture forth. We shall.
Go ahead. Have at me. An attempt on the life of Louis Squeerburn is a folly most cannot afford.
You, Louis, can fight at full strength after the direct lance wound.
We've come this far. Let's fight with all we have, Captain.
Your tyranny ends here. Ending yours, my purpose.
Fulfill my purpose and cut you down, Luis.
A mission, an assigned purpose, an ideal borrowed. If you think that alone is equal to my will, then you have already failed.
This is our mission.
Oh, he's wounded. Are we matched? Equal matched?
Everyone,
That level.
Give me your aid! No. Time to go offensive. No holding back!
Right.
You hesitate.
Power.
What's wrong?
Be fortified.
Well, thanks. This may be your
Charging
only
in,
chance
Dark
to
Knight.
kill me.
Strike me if you dare.
This is strength! I strike.
Slow. Dodge, Hulkenberg.
I
Like
strike.
poetry in motion. Is that all?
I'm better than you.
let's go. Let me help.
I am grateful.
I owe you.
I'm alive.
I'm just gonna be buffing.
I can do this. Heed me. That one looked like it
Nice,
had
critical.
Nice going, you
I
folks.
thought I was gonna hit that on you.
Burst forth.
You hesitate.
Lend me your strength.
Do I hesitate? Bro, have you seen your situation right now?
Here.
Thank you.
Helpful as ever. Thank you. Bear witness. I strike. Kill. I strike. Kill. Please. I strike. Kill.
That only move. Oh, you know what's gonna happen? And it will surprise me a lot. If he managed to get his own archetype,
This may be your only
that would
chance.
definitely change a lot.
Come forth now. That one looked like it hurt.
Let justice
Nice going,
prevail.
Yuba. Oh, bolts of lightning.
The battle. Let's set it up. Maybe there's a better choice. I'm all prepared.
Hold nothing back. That was helpful.
Well, thanks.
Was needed.
This is strength. I strike.
Nice one, Captain.
Ah! No, let's get on with it.
I leave it to you.
Let's do this.
That should be cool. Never seen this though. And you see better ones. That's I gotta say,
Best.
attacks that has like 6, and the fact that I think he has, I have Stroll with, that if it's multiple attacks, it will always get the max out of it, so it will always be 6.
It is your turn. That one looked like it
That's why I like it a lot.
Worthy foe after all.
It's okay.
So,
Freeze. A tough one.
wow, that's a lot.
Bear witness.
Oh, he's weak to ice
I
now.
strike. Please.
But I think just one Stroll synthesis would be enough.
Like poetry in motion.
Let's do this.
Take my power.
Remarkable. I underestimated you.
That is a lot.
I'm capable too.
Wow. 8, let's go.
Yes, I've become stronger.
But, But I'm intrigued.
5 minutes. 4 minutes. 3 minutes. 2 minutes. 1 minute. 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 1
Lord Luis!
Do not interfere! Oh. You falter even now. Not enough, I'm afraid.
Wow.
Lord Luis! A fine blow. You surprised me. But why? Why are you so intent on killing me?
You of all people should know the answer.
I see now. You were the intruders looking for the formula, I take it. And yet, you have achieved nothing.
What do you mean?
Wow, okay.
Did we do it?
Lord Luis?
At long last, 'tis done. We have brought him to justice. The great, untouchable traitor, Luis Guillaburn.
Something tells me he
Dead.
didn't do it.
Apologies. Things fell apart at the end, and I wasn't.
I mean, he
feeling
didn't.
right.
Something's off here. Like, I always have this vision. Like, there's something off here. Like, dang it.
Even so, the outcome is the same. We could not have triumphed without everyone here.
But Galacus should look either way through the mirror.
Wait! It's good that we got him and all, but the lance. Yes! It went down with him.
This looks dire. He's fallen in the middle of the stage.
If Forden spies Luis's body run through with a lance, he'll realize its power in an instant.
Even should we save the prince, we'll regret it if Forden ends up with the lance. Yufa, can you call it up?
No, too late for that. It's already in the middle of the crowd. If we call it up and take it with no explanation, everyone will think us thieves.
Then what do you propose?
First, we need to establish that the lance is ours. Our offering for the ceremony. We'll have to take the stage and announce that ourselves.
Please wait. Do we reveal that we are the ones who slew Luis? Can we afford to declare that openly? We'd be telling your supporters you deceived them and your master both.
She's right. The audience has no idea what's going on. We'll just look like the bad guy.
It's okay. We set out to kill Luis, and the deed is done. Our only failure is in the spectacle we made of it. For now, we need to think of a way to get the audience to see our side.
You want to win their sympathy? What are you even planning to say?
I don't know, but we have to get on stage, now. If we don't explain ourselves fast, we'll never get a chance to.
Wait a minute! Hey!
We're gonna have to tell the people the truth. He's the one who slayed the king and the prince. That's a lie. None of these people were in there.
I know that face. Was that Luis? Someone go and see to him. Is he truly dead?
Allow me.
Wait a second.
Lord Luis, no. He's dead. He's gone.
Your Eminence, this was found off stage. Judging by his wounds, this must have been the murder weapon.
The lance. Is this the divine relic he sent his subordinates after?
His eyes are sightless. His heart beats no more. The man is dead, without question.
You're absolutely certain?
I checked him thrice over. There can be no more doubt.
Show me your face.
Luis, dead? And that can only mean this lance can pierce the barrier of the king's magic.
I apologize for the grotesque display interrupting tonight's performance. We are tardy in arrival, but the lance you hold is our offering to the ceremony.
What? You claim this lance? You mean to say you were the ones who did the deed?
It is as you say.
It is as you say.
God above! How do you justify this?
But we did spar.
Years ago, Luis ordered my hometown destroyed. Hulkenberg, our ally before you, was herself a royal guard in service to his late highness. Even the songstress, Juna, aided us on several occasions. Above all else, we are a group who came together to try Luis for his crimes, traitor and kingslayer both. And to do that, we had to enter his company. We took no joy in disguising our true intentions, not from your eminence, nor the people. But today, finally, we have seen justice done. Luis has paid for his sins. And at last, at long last, my parents can rest in peace.
I had not realized you were such an actor. Or do you truly weep?
It's just hitting me now. We finally won.
Now, everyone, let's have a little composure, please.
That explains why the songstress was so often with Luis, as well as these brave misfits.
I understand. It all makes sense now. I had wondered why a member of the Prince's own guard would fall in with Luis. You have done well to execute the rebel. I am sure that His late Majesty and His Highness must be pleased.
Huh. I wonder why he's taking it so kind. I mean, I know they've been like fully on rival, but...
Of course. The Sanctus Church recognizes your divine relic. Now we shall greet tomorrow's festivities with fresh peace in our hearts.
Thank you, Your Eminence.
You must be the Lady Hulkenberg. The day His Highness was attacked, I heard you fought harder than any other. Your blade even struck the back of the blackguard who did it. Of all his defenders, you came closest to avenging the prince. But where you faltered then, you triumphed today. In form and heart, you are a true knight. Is something the matter?
Oh, no. You honor me greatly, Your Eminence.
Now, this lance. The Sanctus Church will confiscate it for now. A lance capable of killing the tournament's candidates would only sow panic and chaos.
Yes, as you wish. We brought it as an offering anyway.
Indeed. You may step down now.
Think you can just walk away, do ya? You owe us a moment or three.
Oh, wow.
Right.
I finally defeated my arch nemesis, Luis. This should break the prince's curse. But did it, though? Something does not add right here.
So you lot were working against us from the start. And you right along with them, Lady Juna.
What was your motive? Why did you kill Lord Luis?
If this was truly a matter of justice and not simply petty revenge, then we owe it to them to explain why we have taken their guiding force. They deserve that much. Captain, do you not agree?
It's time for the truth.
All right. It's time for the truth.
I am sorry if I'm overstepping my mark. I know I'm but the latest to become your ally, but...
No, you speak the truth. We have sought to save the rightful heir to the throne. To break the curse afflicting His Highness the Prince.
What's that? The Prince? He's dead, mate. Wait, he is dead, isn't he?
He's dead, all right. You lot will need a better story than that if you don't want to get cut open where you stand.
He had to be declared dead in order to protect him. Though he lives, he is bedridden, cursed by magic.
And the only way left to undo that curse was to kill Luis.
But Luis said at the end that whatever we sought was for naught. That was not the way to get rid of it.
Those of us who wanted the prince restored formed a secret
Oh, something tells me he's not the one behind it.
Trying to find out if we had any option beyond murder.
Something tells me that he was possibly seeking the same thing, but something tells me
I cannot expect you to understand all this immediately. However,
You did this for the prince. His father, the king, was a coward, a puppet of Forden. It was because of him that this country rotted from the inside. And for his son, for his bloody, useless corpse of a son, what made you think his life was worth more than Count Luis?
Worth more? I thought you two hated when people tell you any life weighs more than another.
I myself have never met His Highness, nor do I know what sort of person he is. But I want to see the future these people believe in.
Despite our many differences of tribe and status, we still banded together. Through them, I saw the possibility of a world united.
Besides, when Luis talked about burning down my island, I thought I saw the shock and despair on your faces too.
Look, you two. Was Luis really a master worth your trust? I think it's worth listening to your hearts now. Even the doubts. I know we'd be happy to have you.
Hold a moment. These two were Luis's right-hand men. I would advise against this.
no. Their hearts are as loyal as any of ours. They but served another master.
Lady Juna. I guess you really were watching out for us. More than we ever knew. I couldn't protect Basilio when it mattered most. They put him through so much for their sudden igniter experiments, and now protecting him's all I've got.
Del.
Maybe it is time to step back. Get away from this bloody business. I guess this was all it took. Count Luis gave us a dream to fight for, but I suppose it was the kind that don't feel right after you wake. So, we're drifters now. Maybe we'll open up that restaurant after all, eh? We'll see you around, Lady Juna.
Look, I'm not the smart one, you lot know that, so I don't know whether to punch you or thank you. I've never been this confused in all my life. Damn it, I just don't get it. Damn it. Oh, Del, wait! Don't you wander off like that? You mean all that about the restaurant, yeah?
Never could say what you were feeling. I'm sorry this was all I could do.
Ah, Captain, let us tarry no more. We must check His Highness's condition.
Yes, you're right! That should have lifted the curse!
We're gonna say that it's not.
What's going on? The cursed thorns haven't disappeared.
But the caster is dead. Forden and his guard were sure to check Luis's body.
Calm down, everyone.
No, he's still alive.
We don't want to yell about this in public. Let's
Oh,
go back to
there's
the
so
inn
much
now.
going on here. He must be still alive. And not only that, he had so, like, I'm still so struck with I guess he had someone. That better be explained right now.
His Highness still suffers under the curse. But Luis is dead. I cannot fathom it.
Maybe we killed a fake. Like his body double. Or something. No. There's no way that wasn't Luis. We couldn't fight him in person and still be mistaken.
And Luis would have nothing to gain from faking his death, surely. After all, it put the lance in Forden's hands.
Knowing all that, might the curse have been cast by someone else entirely?
But that would mean... we killed an innocent person, wouldn't it?
That bastard was no innocent. He destroyed my home. He murdered the king. And...
That's true. We definitely seen it in the beginning.
True enough, old boy. But that's not why we were out to kill the chap.
He said it himself. That killing him accomplished nothing. Was it really true?
Yet he had the formula for the curse in his possession. Surely that marks his guilt?
No, I think he was doing the opposite.
Even so, there remains a modicum of doubt in the matter. Perhaps Luis was researching the curse for another reason. If he was framed, it is possible he aimed to clear his name.
When she saw the formula, relatives say it was only an outline, likely jotted from memory. So that could mean this wasn't a formula to begin with, just Luis' scratch work. Prove that he was looking for a way to prove his innocence.
But if it wasn't Luis, who else could have?
That night, His Highness the Prince was already fleeing when I arrived at the scene. I encountered the assailant as I sought to protect His Highness. I pursued and slashed across their back.
Right. I remember Forden mentioned something about that. Is there anything else you can remember?
Fie! No, I can recall nothing else. No other clues. Yet... no. 'Tis odd. I believe this is the first time I have recounted the particulars to anyone. I told the investigators only that I failed to capture the culprit. The shame of my failure kept me silent on the rest.
What? But just earlier, Forden said...
Yes, he told a story that none but the culprit could attest to. How does Forden know?
Oh, I didn't even capture that. I would have to check. I guess I kind of assumed that everybody knew, but wait, so he knew? Is Forden behind all this?
Could Forden be the one behind all of this?
I have no evidence to say otherwise.
You do realize he's the sanctifex of the entire Dashid Sanctus Church?
Nay, but that does not make it impossible. It wasn't long after the prince's passing that His Majesty named Sanctism the state religion. If not for the matter concerning the king's magic, Forden's claim to the throne would have been unshakable.
Sounds like motive enough to want the prince gone.
We have to find out, even if it's remotely possible. Let's question Forden in person at the main festival tomorrow.
We'll need that divine lance back, too. It's not something we want in Forden's hands, especially now.
Hey, I'm going to go talk to my sister. She's bound to be somewhere in the city for the Saints' Day festivities.
I can't believe I didn't catch onto it. I guess I was assuming everybody knew, but the fact that he did say that, huh? I can't believe I didn't pick that out.
Sister,
I
I
don't
should
know.
explain.
I was gonna read.
All that fuss today was... well...
Is it safe for you to come to such a public place?
What? No, it's fine. It's not like we caused a riot or anything. We even explained ourselves to Forden's satisfaction. Actually...
That's not what I meant. You're the songstress, remember?
Ah, yes. Suppose you're right.
I know we talked before about the loophole in the king's protective magic, but I never thought you would be the one to strike Luis down. And that lance he presented, I take it that's why you went to Verga Island.
We didn't mean for it to be such a spectacle. It didn't exactly go according to plan. But at least we kept a tyrant off the throne.
And that's why I was wondering if I could ask you something. About Sanctifex Vorden. What kind of man he really is.
Because, well, now that Luis is out of the picture, we know who's got the best chance. A man as powerful as him, well, you know how it is. You hear all kinds of nasty rumors swirling about. I'm just wondering if there's any truth to them.
Tuna, are you seriously trying to dig up dirt on Sanctifex Vorden? On Saint's Day of all days?
Oh, loosen up a bit. You can't deny that people talk, and God knows they always have. Especially about the night of the attack. Asking how anyone could sneak into the castle, let alone get to the prince. Whether some official ordered the assassination. Remember when those rumors started? Father was on edge for days. I remember even when I hadn't said anything, he'd scold me and send me away. I don't suppose you ever heard if there was any truth to that. Sorry. I don't mean to dance around it, so it's just not an easy thing to ask about. I was talking with one of our allies, Hulkenberg. She said Vorden mentioned something he couldn't have known, unless he was actually there, the night of the attack. Unlikely as it is, if it turns out Vorden was involved, she won't suffer him being crowned. She'll be out for vengeance. And you're the eldest daughter of House Cygnus, a Sanctist family. The people would see you as an accomplice to a man who had a hand in killing the royals. I couldn't bear to let that happen. You don't deserve that. I need to know the truth.
Then, suppose His Eminence Vorden were guilty of such sin. What would you do with him? With the Sanctus Church?
What do you mean?
Well, I was but a girl of only 12 years. I knew nothing about the inner workings of the crown theocracy.
Sister? What's wrong?
Nothing. I'm fine. If a tad overworked. All these new developments and tragic events. I'm just run a little ragged, that's all.
Sister.
I'll be fine. Really. I'm sorry you had to see me like that. If I am to be the people's saint, I must be strong enough to play the part. Maybe I'll hold off on the harder drinks today, just to be safe. It's been a long time since we could spend some simple time together like this. It's like we're just two sisters visiting Montario for the holiday. I'll see you again soon.
Something is very fishy here. Seems Juno wasn't able to get much from Lala.
About that.
If Rella won't talk, then we'll have no choice but to pry the truth out of Vorden tomorrow.
Rest.
I'm sure you've got lots on your mind, but I can tell that you're tired. Let's just rest up and get ready for tomorrow. Damn. So there's a lot to process here. Okay, so even though, I mean, now it just kind of makes sense. Like, why would he have the book? Why that kind of stuff? But things doesn't line up. Why would then Luis get his way to get rid of the king? Like, I'm curious. I just don't know. I just don't know why. Unless it's portrayed with lies? But again, Luis seems to have fixated his way of doing stuff completely wrong. Like, now I'm starting to get that Luis is like, it's like us on the same coin. We're the two sides of the same coin, basically. Damn. But the thing is, It still struck me odd earlier to Luis. Like, he knew all this, so... And he didn't give it his all. That's the weird part. It's like, for Luis' fight, I feel like it's a bit disappointing. But I feel like that wasn't a true fight. He wanted this to happen. Because he knows that we were after something else. I'm interested. I'm interested how this will go. Could Forden truly have killed His Highness? If the attack wasn't by his hands, we must have our answers from him, no matter the means. The culprits behind the curse must be brought to justice, and fast. His Highness' life is at stake.
For that cur, I've long believed the shield was not as pristine as it presented, but this, if he truly was the man behind the attack, we must reclaim the spear and swiftly.
Luis was no means an innocent man, but we still killed someone who we shouldn't have. It is not so much that I feel guilty, but I have a sense of foreboding. I hope it's only my imagination.
We've only taken down our greatest foe, yet it seems we can't celebrate just yet. I was naive to think taking down Luis would solve our problems.
We murdered Luis, but the prince curse is unbroken. We went through so much to get here. I can't help but feel conflicted. And to make things worse, Rella seems to be hiding something. She never been a very good liar.
Let's call it a day.
Good night.
Time marches on, and the age of a new king draws nearer.
And if it was Forden, he must know we should not be taken lightly.
Now, let's get this year's Saints' Day Festival of Montario underway. We will begin with a few words from His Eminence, Sanctifex Forden.
Why are you there, you two? And he's using the Draco Dios.
Looks like Draco Dios hasn't left his side.
Today is a day of great celebration. A day to offer up our thanks to God. But first, an announcement. Luis is dead. The royal family's murderer has been put to justice. Now much of the kingdom's trust lies with me. Even this king-defying lance is safe in my hands. I would not see further bloodshed in endless, futile conflict. Is it not past time for reconciliation and open dialogue as a newly forged nation?
He's talking as if the race is already over. What about deciding the winner?
All but a formality now, isn't it? His Eminence has the overwhelming majority on his side. Better to establish peace now and crown Sanctifex Forden.
No. He would end the tournament here and now.
So he's just going to call the race while he's ahead? How convenient.
But the throne's decided by the king, not this tournament.
Forden only had to abide by that when he had Luis to compete with. If he ends this while he's this far ahead, we won't be able to reverse it.
Oi! The game's not over yet, you cocky bastard! We only seek to submit to the will of the people. Though you would be wise to quit the race with all speed.
Forden for the throne! Then we will finally have peace!
Hail His Majesty Forden! Long live His Majesty Forden!
Damn him. The people already believe him the victor. Tournament won or no, his dominance will soon be unshakable.
Let's go.
We reclaim the lance, now!
Now? Are you out of your mind?
If he's going to keep it close to hand, we'll never have a chance to swap it out. We'll have to take it by force.
It's too dangerous, though. I guess we have no choice.
If there really is no other way.
So you were after this lance all along. Loyalists indeed. How many more candidates must die by your hand?
His smuggler is horrific, distorted. It's sickening.
What did you? How dare you, you pagan wretch! You would steal this holy lance for your own vile ends. That alone is treason against the kingdom, you filthy assassins.
Assassins? Then we're in good company. That night, you were the one behind the attack on His Royal Highness. You framed Luis for your crime and banished him from the palace. Do you deny it?
Precisely the sort of baseless claims I'd expect from desperate sinners.
Baseless, is it? In that case, shall we produce proof of your treason?
You waste your breath. What do your words matter now?
Just gonna are we gonna show that the people the state of the prince?
The family is gone. Luis is dead. Only I remain, and only I am fit for the throne.
You vile traitor!
You call His Eminence a traitor? Preposterous! The Sanctifex is incapable of such deeds!
Your Majesty Forden, punishment to the disloyal. Judge these ruffians with your divine lance!
Behold, the flock has spoken. Those who defy me are to be executed. Before you die, know that I am in your debt for killing Luis and handing me the crown.
Del, what the hell's going on? I thought the prince's curse was supposed to be off.
It's clearly not. The prince's assassination, the whole lot. It was all the Sanctists. It was all that bastard pulling the strings from the start. Wait, is that?
There he is.
You, identify yourself. Who are you?
We're at a festival. Should we not be festive?
Wow.
I've come to meet you, Forden.
Reese? Impossible. How could you have survived? Not that it matters. It falls to me to finish the job, then.
It won't work.
Coming here sealed your fate. Hell awaits, and this time I'll make sure you stay there. Face your divine punishment, Luis! But why?
It appears your sins outweigh mine.
What have you done?
That lance is counterfeit. Just like you.
Oh, he used a fake.
This is the true lance.
You snake, Luis.
Wow.
Did he just kill Sanctifex Forden?
No. Impossible.
Nothing to see here. The festival is cancelled. Cancelled.
Del, Lord Luis is alive.
What's going on? Good people! You have heard the truth with your own ears. Forden was the vile mastermind behind the prince's assassination. For casting his sins upon me, for seeking to usurp the throne, I have passed due judgment. A tainted Sanctifex is unfit to rule. What's the matter? You seem lost for words.
He came back to life?
You came back to life? You believe me resurrected? Even if I could defy death,
I care nothing for the prospect. Then how? How are you alive? Forden's own attendant confirmed your death. Forden's attendant? You mean that fellow?
I knew it.
No. Zorba?
Zorba's still alive.
Back at the Grand Cathedral, I ordered the dead to recover my body if the need arose.
I had always intended for Forden to die by my hand. And the first step in his downfall was Zorba's infiltration.
Impossible. The lance pierced you through your very breastplate.
It did indeed. And frankly, I'm still impressed. Few could land such a decisive blow against me. But I'm afraid fate was on my side, not yours.
Mortal anatomy is my speciality. I knew at first glance that the wound was deep, but the heart was intact. Lord Luis is destined for far greater than this.
I should have not underestimated a necromancer.
So I devised a plan. I would proclaim his death and deceive both Forden and his flock. After that, it was simply a matter of magically regenerating his flesh overnight. Only a fool would expect him to die in such a place.
I could have emerged as soon as I'd healed. But where's the theater in that? Today is a day of celebration. The least I could do is offer a fitting death out of mercy.
Why'd you have the real lance? Wasn't it supposed to have gone to Forden?
Wee bit slow on the uptake, eh? I just told you, I was present for the inspection. It was hardly a difficult task to swap out your counterfeit.
So you knew the truth of it? No. Have you always been ahead of us? Ever since the moment we thought Zorba dead?
Most likely.
A holy lance, a convincing prop. What does it matter? Had I truly died, it would simply indicate that I was never fit for my ambitions. Power is the only true arbiter. Behold the proof. Forden lies dead, and the lance is in my hand, just as planned.
You let us do as we pleased, even knowing the risks. You're insane!
Indulge me a question. You stole the magic formula from me. Surely you soon learned that it was useless. That's why you then resorted to killing the caster. You were desperate to lift the spell. Is that not so? In other words, the curse's victim still draws breath. For that reason, you sought to kill me even amidst this competition, even with the difficulty of the king's magic in your way. So, His Venerable Highness the Prince survived. Where is he? Speak or die.
This is interesting.
Please, spare us.
No! Stop! Leave them be!
How quickly the Sanctors break rank and flee. Their flock left to die. This is Sanctism.
No! Stop him!
The devil's gonna step in.
Out of the way!
What?
Why? Go! Run!
Right. Come now.
Thank you. You protect them. Yet what value do they have to you?
It's not that! This is just wrong! It's wrong, me lords!
I see. So even you two have faltered.
Predator's gonna step in.
Del!
Del! Vitelio!
Hey! Wake up!
I get it now. Only fair thing in this world is power. With it, you can take whatever you want in this life. Or so I thought.
Del.
But you know, if all the weak get left behind, who's left to protect them? I've been an idiot. Sorry about that.
Stop talking, Del.
I see it, you know. Our little diner. Music in the air. It's grand. Look after Lady Juna.
Huh? Hey. Del? Del!
Damn.
Pitiful. See what Brotherhood earned them.
Lord Luis. That's what it all comes down to for you, yeah? The strong are right, the weak are wrong. Doesn't matter what you were born into, there's fairness in that. We saw you as our hope. We thought that if you had a proper strong fella on top, he'd be able to put a stop to all the meaningless discrimination. But we had it wrong. You're no ray of hope. It doesn't matter to you. Killing anyone, it doesn't make you feel unclean. You're the kind of cold-blooded bastards we hate more than anything!
Do not concern yourself with this peon, Lord Luis. With my newfound power, I shall tear them limb from limb.
This way! Guards, hurry!
Step aside. You have important work to do.
Hey! Seize the criminals who murdered His Eminence!
We didn't do it, but we should probably still run. Basilio, come with us!
Shut up! What about Del? You saw what that bastard did to him!
I will not let you die in vain. Your brother didn't do this so you could get yourself killed. For now, please flee with us.
Shut!
Come, make haste.
Damn. Who thought this would expect it to be like this?
Oh. Welcome back. It went about as well as could be expected. We wanted something nicer for his grave, but they told us something like that's reserved for Sanctus tradition.
You can expect little else in Altabri. I apologize for not being present.
We've just gotten ourselves out of the public eye. If we had gone as a group, worst case, we'd have been turned in.
I wish we could have mourned him at his home. It had to happen in the lap of the Sanctus Church of all places. I hear the Parapists typically prefer a more joyful send-off, with singing and celebration.
It's alright. Us soldier kids could never afford to be too picky. Del knew he couldn't choose where to snuff it. The fact that you were there, Lady Juna. That's enough for us.
Basilio.
Best to leave him be for a while. He's just lost the only family he had.
By the way, have you checked the Farsight mirror? The curse might be...
Unfortunately, it still hasn't lifted. Guess that means it was someone other than Forden after all.
But Forden brazenly admitted that he had been the mastermind. Luis was innocent of that crime, at least.
Someone must have cast it at Forden's command. Unless we can find and kill them in time... Damn it all!
We've more pressing problems at hand, don't we? Now Luis knows the prince is alive. Surely that's far from ideal.
The village is deep in the forest. It's not an easy place to find, even if you're looking. Going to the prince's side could be dangerous. So let's not get ahead of ourselves.
But even if we sought the real culprit,
Oh, damn,
we no
sorry.
longer have any leads to follow.
If I might make a suggestion, perhaps we should visit my sister again. She may have some insight on the Sanctus Church's past, but that's tomorrow's concern. As for tonight, we could all use some time to rest our hearts and minds.
Oh, look at you, kid. You look near dead yourself.
Tell? What?
Seems you made it out in one piece, though.
Are you alive? But back there, you... Don't tell me you pulled some bloody trick. Just like Luis. Bloody hell, Tell.
It's sober.
Basilio, sorry. From here on, you're taking the lead.
No, man.
Why? I can't without you. Tell, I only made it this far because I followed you.
Don't give me that. You're the strong one. Me, I never knew where I was going. Basilio, protect the weak. Swear you'll do it, not for me, but for yourself. If you can do that, I'll always be with you.
Tell...
Don't give me that look. Well, this one's goodbye for now. You ready?
Yep, he's the one.
Let's hear it, Basilio. You fight, but why?
O Lodestar, ye grief-racked brother, O thou anguished traveler. Thy long stagnant stance hath finally been broken. Now choose thy path.
Not really a choice. It's back to the starting line. This time I'll lead. Ardell entrusted me with this chance. I've got to show him I've got this.
Thank you. Thou hast chosen a noble parting. O Lodestar, whose light reveals the king's own path. Henceforth, thy fears and insecurities are thy light.
Aww.
Awaken.
Sounded like the brothers.
See you around, Dell.
Ooh. There's the Berserker.
Thank goodness! You're finally awake! You were passed out! Don't scare me like that! Not that I can blame you.
After all that's happened.
Sir Basilio, there's magla flowing through him. I think it's the same as our power.
No.
It's you lot from before.
They want to pay their respects for Fidelio.
Thank you. Thank you so very much.
Ardell. Funny, innit? Maybe this world's not so bad.
Thanks.
Wow. That was kind of touching. Wow. That is a nice. That was really nice. I have no other words to say it. Wow. That is really touching. New ally, Basilio. Basilio, the badass bruiser carrying his brother's honor, has become your ally. To be honest, I'm excited to have Basilio.
By God, what in the world is that, lads? It struck down Sanctifex Forden right before our eyes.
And Luis made sure it was a bloody spectacle, before an audience even. The bastard is making sport of it.
We must devise a plan. Otherwise, even if Luis does not sway our supporters, they may lose faith in the church.
Before all else, we must choose a successor. But they need not share Forden's strength.
You're gonna have a good dough.
I have brought her here.
What? They're gonna have Rella.
Requested an audience. Assembled law.
Rella, we must ask your support. Let me be direct. We would like you to enter the tournament as a formal successor to His Eminence Sanctifex Forden.
This girl? She is your plan?
Have you gone mad? I reject this proposal. If anyone is to succeed His Eminence, it should be me, as his trusted right hand.
See sense. Strength alone means nothing. And without that, you have nothing worthy of the people's loyalty.
Rella, will you not speak? Surely you feel what they ask of you is beyond your station.
Well, that is...
You are wise beyond your years, Rella. Surely you understand. What the lost children need now is not a righteous avenger, but a refuge from their fears. The people would flock to a saint who dwells among her people. Already many would rejoice to see you rule as queen. Rella, will you answer their call?
This is all rather sudden.
Of course, you would have our full support. Naturally, we will make arrangements so that the tournament's next round turns in your favor.
Even so, I am unfit to be queen.
Allow me to clarify. This is not exactly a request. Would you rather have that tyrant Luis become king?
Well...
Hey, sounds like we've got big news. I just heard from the pack of Sanctists. I figured they'd shove someone up to take Forden's place. But where it is, it'll be Saint Rella. Gonna be an announcement tomorrow.
Damn. Word spread fast.
Mourning for Forden's barely started, and they're already lining up his successor. Rella, at that. Going for popularity over power, it seems.
They're getting careless. Though, thinking about it, maybe it's a smarter choice than it seems.
But, say Saint Rella wins against Luis. becomes proper queen and all gets to do what she wants. Doesn't that tidy this whole thing right up?
No, this can't be her own decision. Just the idea of being queen would put her stomach in knots.
The politicians must be trying to make her their puppet. Perhaps it was an order she could not refuse.
This isn't good. Probably not the best time to talk to her either.
But that's got to mean they're keeping the tournament going, right? Then they'll probably announce the next challenge once Rella's candidacy goes public.
Either way, I don't like it. This is all escalating too fast for my tastes. All the support Forden had campaigned for will likely just go straight to Rella with hardly a dent. If Luis and the Sanctus Church are trying to reclaim the status quo as the two pillars of government, that'll be a tough lead to shake. After all, just lifting the curse isn't going to be enough to restore the prince to the throne.
Indeed. Luis versus Rella. Front-runner and runner-up, with no ties to the royal family between them. Everyone will see plain that popularity's eclipsed royal right. His Highness himself will have to win this battle on the faith of the people, or his claim to the crown will never be acknowledged.
Besides which, Luis now knows that His Highness lives. His whereabouts have not been discovered, but the Kingslayer will take up the hunt.
So many obstacles. What do we do?
We have to keep trying to break the curse, but we also need to get people to support the prince's claim to the throne. To move forward, we need to buy time.
Well, I know one way to keep a VIP protected. A classic tactic, really. The military does it all the time. We use a body double. You're supposed to be a dead ringer for the prince, yeah?
You mean he pretends to be the prince? That's absurd. You realize it's a capital offense to impersonate royalty.
As long as they don't find out.
I'm in. As long as they don't find out.
You can't just casually drop an "I'm in" on this.
Adzel was right about you being mental. I think we could pull it off, though. The prince has been gone ages. Nobody's in a position to point out differences.
Wait, just think about this. He's elder. The royal family's Clamar and have been for generations. His appearance would be the least of our worries.
If I may. His Highness the Prince lacks the Clamar horns. Some rumors suggested 'twas not some miraculous feature of the prince alone, but a mark of elden blood. I've had no confirmation either way myself, but at the very least, 'tis a tale any aristocrat is bound to have heard in passing.
In other words, with an elder claiming the prince's name and a known royal knight to vouchsafe him, we'd have enough plausibility to shake the nobles to their core.
Of course, all this means little, unless our double himself is willing. What say you?
I am the prince.
Was that believable?
Even this doesn't get to you? Sometimes I worry about you.
Your resolve has been challenged many
I got
times.
the I got the main
and never have you strayed.
I got the protagonist bullshit powers. What do you expect?
I pledge my sword to this gambit.
Good. Then we declare ourselves tomorrow, where this announcement's going to take place. Seems like the optimal place to make sure we're heard.
Right then. Looks like I'll have to give the old girl a polish worthy of a prince. My cue as well. From here on, it's nose to the grindstone until my magnum opus is finished. Can't let the lad be the only one with his life on the line.
Oh.
Can we talk?
We have no clue what might happen in a situation like this, so once we're done with our operation in the city, let's focus on tomorrow. But remember, the monks have their eyes on us. Let's keep our shopping to the blue sky bridge area and return to the run at night.
Let's go.
I need to see. I need to see. Basilio. Oh, okay, so he's pure black color. Okay, slam strike, charge, slam shatter, sense of kingship, war cry, frenzy. That's actually could be nice. But wow, that's such a cool archetype. Look at that shit. He's definitely a physical type. If that's the case, I need to see. I need to see all his colors. Ooh. Just look at all that. He even got his like dark cyan colors. Pure black. It's got a bit of red and interesting enough. Definitely dig his colors. RC, some of them are not fitting to him. Like this one, for example. I wouldn't expect him to have a fan. Black mage. Look at that. I like his dark tone. Just look at all that. It's like dark type. That is very fitting. I'm not gonna lie. Just checking each one of them. Definitely fitting with a sniper class. Damn, the summoner. Wait a minute. He's got to be more fitting. He's got to be more fitted to use this. Yeah. He's definitely the Dark Knight type of using it. Even using the paladin, it does look like a Dark Knight either way. Okay. So it has Stormbreaker Axe, Windbreaker. Removes all buffs. That's awesome. That's awesome to hear. Revenge Seeker, Health Vessel, Radiant Crusher. Deadly Eraser. Deals severe physical almighty damage to one enemy. Removes status, repel, and strength buff effects on the target. Excuse me? That's a bit, wow, he holsters every single physical. Well, will be willing to work my way to work his archetype. I'm definitely gonna have to focus on him, like having knight and warrior type. Anything related to physical. So that's something I need to focus on when I can. But I can't seem to get his archetype because I need to do his bond. So let's see.
Sam?
I can't say I'm feeling as powerful as you lot look. Whatever I've got, I know for sure it was Dell who gave it to me. Nothing easy about it. But I know that if I'm going to be throwing around this power as your ally, I can't afford to mop. It's nice to have Basilia. At least Basilia's awake now. That's a relief. I thought he'd be walking a walking shadow. But I'm watching him. I think he's going to pull through.
Indeed.
Always knew you were a gutsy one, but to think you had it in you to claim yourself as the prince. Bravo, old chap. You know, this Gauntlet Runner was originally commissioned for His Highness' exclusive use. I'll do what I can to make one worthy of him. You know what would be the biggest plot twist? Is that we did it. And that we just literally just... you know, even lying to ourselves. That would be interesting, you know?
In truth.
Before Basilia awakened his power, I felt the flow of another person's magla. I'm sure of it. This magla was gentle, warm. It enveloped Basilio, then it seemed to merge with him.
Fidelio's soul is within Basilio. That's nice.
Fidelio. He seemed like Louis' right-hand man, but he had a good head on his shoulders. Make me think, if we'd met under other circumstances, perhaps we would have shared a drink together. To masquerade as His Highness the Prince, It seems insolent to claim his identity, and yet I cannot put my finger on why. But I approve of the suggestion, though not without reservation. As the Prince Royal Guard, you shall have my protection. First Yufa awakens to her powers, now Basilia too. It's surprising, yet at the same time it's not. We all seem to be guided by your star. So where are we in the ranking? Sorry, it's obviously Basilio. I knew that. I knew it was gonna be on, like, specifically. I mean, he was like the only character that made me think like, okay, he has an axe, and I'm missing one sort of archetype. So I'm only thinking that it would only be
Ready?
that it would only be Basilio. It was the only suited character. Normally berserkers are like using weapons like axes and that kind of stuff, and he was the only character in the game that had that feature. So I was like, he's definitely gonna be playable. And look at him, very playable. Can't wait to see the other colors for the berserker.
All right then.
All right, so I think it's this way
Alright,
that I need to go. Upper blue sky blue bridge, blue sky bridge. Sorry.
I'm just... What a cursed devilry is this?
But that rock should change.
You there!
Hang on. Isn't that... What?
I feel like that should change it away. Where's my face? Should be here. Top ranking. We're top rank 5.
All right then.
Prepare and the rest in the column right now. Let's see what they have on offer. Automatically increases defense at the start of a combat. I'll be collecting these. Sell that. And appraise absolutely everything that I've got. Yep. That's what we're gonna be doing. Let's see what other weapons there are around here. I'm intrigued.
Get yourself a good...
Alright. Thank you for the discount. I'm not buying all this, am I? I'm actually buying this. So expensive. What the fuck? I'm sorry, what? Why? Practically use all my money. I guess I have to take my merchant very seriously. I better get to Brigida to tie it to the next one, which is Tycoon. Please tell me you have some things to. Thank you. Give me like 20 of them. Maybe some ambrosia as well, which I do not have or not. Great, very great. I need some of these as well. Just buy everything. They're very cheap. You know, they're very cheap. Like, how much can it take? I feel like I can just max it out. Might as well. Oh, might as well be that.
All right then.
Trying to head back to the Gauntlet Runner.
go.
I'm tired.
Feeling accomplished? We sure did a lot today. I think we deserve a nice long rest. So Fidelity was the one who read the book.
Sure.
I think it's time for Basilia to read it.
Good night.
Yep.
Yeah.
Hey, looking like we're all set for tomorrow. Got to admit it then. Seeing as I've fallen in with you lot, there's something I want to clear up.
You.
Just tell me this. You're doing all this to save the poor prince? Or you're doing it to save the country? I want to save the country.
Certainly.
I want to save
Hey,
this
mate.
country. If you're going to save the country, you're playing a longer game. You've got to actually win the race. So if we can't save the prince, you're gonna take his place for good? That means if we win the tournament, you'll take the lie to your grave?
So...
I'm just saying, you declare yourself prince tomorrow, and everything changes for you, forever. You know what you're doing, what you're signing up for. It won't change much. I'm ready.
Right.
I'm ready for it. Listen to ya. Got guts, that's for sure.
Then...
Well, I'll tell you something myself. I'm not just following you to go with the flow, right? Or to avenge Del.
Whatever.
Sure, I'm planning on hammering that bastard Louise into the ground. But I'm doing it for the dream. For a world where your birth don't decide your life. And if I'm going to tag along, that's the world's gonna live to see. I know it.
Leave it to me.
So you leave it to me, yeah? I've got your back. Long as you've given this everything you've got, so will I. We got a deal, Captain? Are we bonding? That was a perfect moment. Sabasilio off. Who said he preferred sleeping in stowage, and then he returned to my bunk, and then I returned to my bunk.
Time marches
That would have
on.
been a
The
perfect
age of
moment
Ryamu
to
draws
give me
nearer.
the bond immediately, you know? But the game, you know, being as it is.
Look, it's that boy candidate. The one who betrayed Luis or killed him or something.
Hold on! I thought it was Sanctifex Forden who got killed.
I think it's both. But hard to say what actually happened. Suppose it's true what they say about Elder. Disaster follows them like an ill wind. Couldn't get a read on what kind of reputation we had before, but it seems worse than I thought.
Once we stand for His Royal Highness the Prince, that will surely change. We have to believe that.
St. Bella is here. The rumors were true.
Thank you all for joining me, even in the midst of this turmoil. I am Rella Cygnus, of the Crown Theocracy. The reason I ask that you all gather here today is so that I may formally announce my succession to His Eminence, the late Sanctifex Forden. I know not if I am worthy, but under the teachings of the noblesse, I am determined to become a worthy king, queen of this land.
The saint herself is to be our queen. Now we are safe. Glory to Sanctism.
Chill out for just jumping mid-race, I bet. Everyone seemed pretty annoyed when Luis did it.
The tournament's winner is not guaranteed to throw. Fairness was never really a factor. Whoever has the skill to exploit the standings will win.
Listen to that roar. I think I underestimated my sister's popularity.
Even from here, I can feel her aura of magic. I suppose that's to be expected if she's the land's best mage healer.
From the looks of it, she's perfectly situated to pick up where Forden left off.
I object. Rella, you have no true experience in the political world. And you would rise to Sanctifex Forden's heights. Be worshipped as he was. I refuse. I have been loyal to God and His Eminence Forden my whole life. I am the only one worthy of his legacy.
Master Gideon, truly I do see the truth in your words. However, this is also the will of the Crown Theocracy.
Friends gathered here, do you really believe such a person is fit to be queen? Once the nation has dissolved into chaos, it will be too late. Appoint me as champion of Sanctism, and I will save you all.
Not sure about that. We know your name, but honestly, you don't have much in the way of real accomplishments.
The man has no charisma. If I had to choose, I'd rather follow Saint Ryamu in all her glory.
And they say Sanctifex Forden killed the prince, too. If that's true, then I don't know if I'd trust his closest vassal with the throne.
Friends, I...
Is that Luis's gauntlet runner?
Who's punning in it? Oh, it's Luis, obviously. I'm an idiot. In my mind, for some reason, I still think of him dead.
As usual, I find you all embroiled in pointless conflict.
What is your business here?
For the sake of those mired in your endless, fruitless squabbles, I have come to propose we give truth to this competition.
What truth?
The people's eyes have been opened. This entire tournament is a self-indulgent travesty of the Sanctus Church's making. First the king, and now you dogs of God. Why do you teach the people lies? You preach that true understanding is mutual and blind to the balance of power. Ignorant, willful or otherwise, to the sin and weakness that your lessons breed. Face the truth. Our world is lawless, and your efforts have done nothing to quell the chaos. It is time we were judged only by our abilities. Victory means nothing unless won by skill, and it is no less true for the throne.
Skill? What skill would you put on display?
I see no more reason to forbid the killing of candidates.
You would have the race decided by violence. And I suppose you believe yourself capable of personally reversing the king's magic? Impossible.
Oh, king! You have witnessed our trials, have you not? You have seen a divine relic used to defy your shield and claim lives! The lance rests in my hand. With its power, my victory is assured. But surely you would not see the race decided by such injustice. And neither would I. I will not give voice to the lie that this world is subject to any god's reign. Would you, O great king?
What is his aim? If he has the key to certain victory in his hands, why cast it aside?
Never takes what he doesn't win. That's Luis to the core. He means every word he says. When you're clawing up from the bottom and you hear him talk like that, you can't help but dream. And then you never realize. Only a madman claims lies and contradictions won't exist in their world.
Luis Guiaburn. What manner of life has this man lived to make him such a creature?
He says that, but with that lance, he could kill any candidate he pleases, couldn't he? He killed Sanctifex Forden, and now threatens Saint Rella. No! Your late majesty, please, speak!
Do not fear, my people. Even should Luis claim all the power he desires, I will not be so easily conquered. Even should our nation dissolve into anarchy, I will always stand to defend you.
Sister.
I expected little else of Forden's loyal pet. It seems there is more to the saint than vapid, empty benevolence. Come, O king! There can be no more doubt. The masses desire a truly fair battle. One waged without your shackles.
Oh dear.
Be this thy course. Thou wouldst rule by strength alone.
He's talking!
Like when he first rose.
I killed Forden, yet has my standing fallen at all? Surely you would know. This petty race limps forward, while the land is further flooded with anxiety and monsters. You have left us an age of strife. You are powerless to stop it. And in your place, fool king, I will restore the balance and right this land's wrongs!
So be it. They who remain seeketh a clash without hindrance. Very well. Now and hereafter, my magic shall no longer protect thee.
So let's make it... That makes Dracodios completely useless.
Face this as a trial renewed. If ye would be a true king, then I bid thee prevail.
Okay. The moment of truth.
You see that light just now?
The magla flow surrounding the candidates has disappeared. The protection of the magic is no more.
The royal magic's protection has faded away.
Then this lance of dragons is no more than an antique spear. Children lost in Sanctism's shadow! The fog of deception has finally cleared! There is no God! Think hard on your salvation, and whether you'll find it in prayer.
No. He would even deny us our prayer?
It's true. His Majesty has broken the spell. If it has come to this.
You know it was not I who laid the prince low. Which means that if you oppose me still, it is for the throne, and nothing more. I can finally face the real you. A near-death invalid has no place upon the throne. The mere suggestion is ludicrous. You do well to follow the king's example and abandon the folly of your ideals.
To cast aside all we've fought for would accomplish nothing. We too strive for a vision. Luis, you will never take the throne. The rightful heir stands before you. Look upon our candidate and know his true claim. He is the legitimate son of his late Majesty King Hythlodius V, last heir to the throne of Euchronia. His Highness, the Prince himself, has risen to vanquish evil. For his people, he defies the pain and suffering of the curse he endured.
His Highness the Prince? What? That's a lie. His Highness? He has already passed.
His Highness the Prince! They're mad, the lot of them. That boy's an elder.
Indeed he is. 'Tis the very proof you seek. Anyone who truly knows His Highness himself will see what this means.
Indeed. There is no denying it.
Rella!
Sister?
I saw for myself when I personally treated His Highness. They'd warned me against revealing it to the public, but the time for discretion is past. His Highness the Prince has Elden blood coursing through his veins. His Majesty told me that the boy's birth mother was an elder woman.
The Prince was an elder?
Enough of this absurdity.
You! The Prince! A bold gambit. To reveal yourself before both Rella and I. Indeed, I have no retort. After all, he's been dead so long. Nobody could say otherwise.
Luis, I gotta say, Luis as an antagonist, I would say absolute top 10. Top 10. Like, literally, absolute master of whoever wrote this character, literally they've done him absolutely fantastic. Like, I knew for a fact that he's been like placed on, no, he's just that kind of character. Like, I knew for the very moment, I was like, I don't think he believes all this. Like, I'm pretty sure he's going along with it to go over to his own plan. I think up to this point is where he has to improvise.
Fine then. So be it. This marks the true battle between those who would fight for the throne. Wouldn't you say, Your Highness? Face your unworthy ideals and come to terms. I shall await at the royal capital to meet the one left standing.
With Luis in the lead, he no longer has to concern himself with other candidates, especially those who aren't in directed challenge. Skirt the abandoned Draco Dios. For the night? The rumor has increased dramatically now that I have announced I am the prince. I can't let the people down.
Rella, Forden's legacy is rightfully mine. It won't be long before this conflict turns violent. Do you really think you have what it takes to fend off Luis?
You were head of the guards and you failed to protect Santifex Forden. You want to talk? Please step down.
And you think yourself my better, do you? If it's a contest of strength you want, we can settle that right here. My magic. Nothing's happening. What's going on?
Oh, wow. Wait, are you telling me that the king's magic? Oh, wait, what?
Please, do not cause further distress to the devout. I ask once more, stand down.
Wait a second. Was it you?
Did you see that? Those were thorned vines. But that's... Sister.
Children of God, I know the burdens you bear.
It was right in front of us all along.
That weighs heavy upon you. But rest at ease, my beloved citizens. Sanctism is and shall ever be your fortress. Know that I will protect all of you. Pray with me now. Closure.
So you're telling me that... Okay, so I'm pretty sure I know what this happened. Rilla's behind the curse. And she knew that all along, that we knew with that. But I don't think it was entirely her, you know, direct... I don't think it was her personal thing. I think Forden asked her to do such a thing. No way.
She's right. Saint Rella can even heal our country. As long as we believe in her, we shall know peace.
Saint Rella, closure.
Which is something that even Forden had, that dark
Be
magma.
careful. I sense Magla. There's something beyond rhetoric in her words. There's definitely magic there.
Sister, what have you done to everyone?
I'm lifting their fears and anxieties. I can take yours too. With enough devotion, you can lock your anxieties away and they shall never trouble you again. Sanctifex Forden saw Sanctism as only a tool. A means to exploit the people, abuse his authority, and mask injustice as piety. And yet, even then, did this twisted form of Sanctism save no unfortunate souls? What makes salvation true? Luis claims that there is no God. That true equality is only earned in pitiless competition. Are the believers fools to fear his words?
Saint Rella,
I will save the people of this land in the truest sense. They shall live with no worries, no anxieties. Now and forevermore.
But through magic? You forced the fears out of their very hearts. 'Tis no salvation to strip them of free thought.
Perhaps not. But this country has bled them of it for too long. Besides, what makes you any more fit to speak of rightness? You claim he is the prince. The real prince is surely at death's door, isn't he? After all, your efforts did nothing to lift the curse.
Wow.
I've told you before. The prince's curse was crafted to perpetually draw upon the caster's magic. I know he suffers because I yet live.
Wait. Surely you can't mean... No. You healed His Highness. It was only by virtue of your presence that he survived that night.
Oh, was I not clear enough? Allow me to clarify. On that night, it was my back that your blade carved across.
This isn't good. There's magic flooding this place.
Keen senses indeed, to be capable of seeing all this.
No! Why? Sister, you can't have! You were only 12 summers old then.
I was. And Luis was only a boy. All the better for any witnesses to suspect him of the crime.
I see.
Yet I was interrupted in casting. What would have been a fatal curse became something unorthodox and incomplete. A spell with no formula. Even I could not dispel it. All you can do now is kill the caster. As heiress to the Sanctus Church's legacy, I will never hand over the royal scepter. Not to Luis, nor to you. Juna, I will await you amidst our dearest memories. Find me where the failures of the Sanctus Church lie buried. A place I'm sure you know well.
Isn't that a...
She has her own teleportation magic.
Halt! I will not let you escape. You've ruined everything. The church, my authority, everything. You will never leave this city alive. I am Guido, of the warrior monks, and in God's name, I condemn thee!
They're calling in the cavalry! We've got incoming runners, plural! We need to get out of here!
Eurus! Swiftly!
Lost it, I know! Who put this cliff here?
What about the teleportation?
That takes time we don't have!
We've got nowhere to go but up into the sky!
So we do. Then, that's what we'll do. We fly!
Wait, you're saying...
I finished preparations long ago. Time was something I had in surplus.
Then?
But if it fails, it's curtains for us. We all die here. You hear me?
I trust you.
We're dead if we don't move either way. I agree. He speaks true.
Just take us up already. We've all flown before, right? Except me.
Eurus! Is this not your dream? Then bring it to life! Here and now!
I'll do it. I'll take you with me. Beyond the sky!
What the?
Not
Will be
yet.
better time.
Trust your technology near us. It's time.
smelly bird with wings and all. Did you not see that? How do you like that?
My ears are popping.
This will take some getting used to.
So where are we heading?
Take that, world! I've really done it! Look at her! That's my Skyrunner!
His dream has finally come true. That's sick. Either way, where are we heading now?
After that drop, I thought we'd die, even if we didn't crash. Now that we're past the worst of it, it's actually smoother than I thought.
A bit of faith, my dear.
You're telling me that tiny patch is the city? It's like a child's toy. Seeing it like this, it's easy to imagine the people as little dots, huddling together in fear.
Phew, that was terrifying. I'm just glad it flew okay. Don't you think?
I knew it'd work.
I always knew Nurse could make it work.
Only because you're as bold and big-headed as I am, what? Really, old boy, I'd not be here without you to give me the push I needed. Thank you.
So, about our next move.
We must pursue Rella as soon as possible. His Highness is running out of time.
So she had her own motive? Oh, I'm so confused. Like, I try to understand, okay, it wasn't Louise, now it wasn't Forden, and now it's Rella? I mean, surely it doesn't give me a good motive. Why? I don't know, it just feels weird. Like, okay, she has the strongest magic, which I understand. But what's her motive? I mean, surely she had to had some connection with Forden, because we did see Forden with the dark magic the same as her. So most likely that she learned from him. And I guess it's so confused. It definitely is so confused.
Where did she say she was going? Where the failures of the Sanctus Church lie buried?
My guess is the Mage Academy, or what remains of the place. Nobody goes near it now. I was a student there myself once.
You don't say. No wonder you're so knowledgeable about magic.
For a dropout, I suppose.
The Royal Mage Academy, then. 'Twas known as the finest school in the kingdom for magic research.
Lady Juna, I've got to ask. What was St. Rilla like back in your school days? The way she was acting earlier, all cold? That the real hair?
No, it can't be. I don't want it to be. Maybe I just never knew the real her. That was the first I've ever seen her like that myself. I keep thinking, if she'd just quietly taken over for Forden, we could have helped each other out. Even if she inherits the Sanctifex's authority, she's nothing like Forden. She'd never want to hurt anyone. That's not her. I thought she wasn't like that. Now she's saying she was part of this conspiracy? She attacked the prince? No, it doesn't make any sense.
Then we've got to get to her fast as we can. We know where she is, yeah? You just gotta tell her everything you just told us.
That would be prudent, yes. But Captain, a reef for your thoughts, lad. If she is truly the culprit, then the curse will persist so long as she lives. This means we will have to kill her. Are you up to the task?
I'm prepared.
I'm prepared for that.
Juna, would you prefer to stay behind?
I can't afford to. If at the last minute I can't face it, then you can leave me where I stand. I'm prepared enough for that.
Lady Juna.
What's the matter? It's plain to see something's bothering you.
Oh, no. It's nothing specific. It's just that... something's felt wrong somehow, ever since I sensed the Saint's Magla. I'm sorry, it's hard to explain. Please pay me no mind.
I wonder. I've marked the location of the Mage Academy ruins on the map. Where it will be waiting for us when we land. I never wanted it to come to this, but we're ready for a fight. When I'm prepared for battle, I should check the location on the map. Well, it's time to save. Because next episode, things are about to get real. Holy shit.
Let's go see.
Things are about to get real. So that's my next team. I gotta see. Because we actually do have all this.
I'm getting stronger.
Let's buff it up.
I can use this.
We leave it like that. So yeah, we're definitely gonna have to work our way through that. Oh, not sure where will take us next episode. And judging by the looks of it, we don't have much that long. So we're drawing close and near towards the end. I keep hitting my microphone. So yeah, guys, that's been another episode of Metaphor. This has been a bombshell. I didn't expect this to happen. But seeing that everything has been thrown at us entirely, it's definitely something to look forward. What else there is to tell? Seems that Rella was indeed the behind it, because we definitely seen the magic in front of our eyes. So she has to be the one behind the curse on the prince. But I still don't get her motive. That's one of the things I'm kind of like. I'm like with Juna here. It's like there's something that does not make sense. But most likely that will be explained on to the next episode. So yeah, guys, I hope you guys enjoy this. Leave a like, subscribe, and I'll definitely see you guys until the next episode. But until then, peace out.